Hi, Sadini. I'm good and yourself. How are you?
I'm doing so good. Thanks for accepting the invitation to join me on this call. I really appreciate you taking some time out of your day to have this chat with me. Great,
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
no problem. So, before I go any further, I'm going to ask you to please introduce yourself. Of course, I know you, but I'm sure those watching may not be as familiar with you. So, if you could just introduce yourself to me, maybe tell me where you are in the world and your current passions. Yeah.
I would love to. My name is Catherine Ann, but my friends call me Katie. I am a single mom. I live in South Africa, Richards Bay. I'm working on the kind of lifestyle I want to live through LLMP. My passion is horseback riding, digital marketing, and traveling.
Yeah.
My current job in the digital marketing field is social media marketer. And I'm loving every little bit of it. I'm learning a lot, and I'm really excited to see the promises and the progress.
Yeah. And definitely, I'm very excited to see your progress since being in our community. So, yeah, let's get into that a little bit more. So, I wanted to ask you, um, what would you say were your struggles that led you to want to join a program like Boards?
I think for a long time, I I struggled a lot with the whole online working around the whole online thing, being on a laptop, understanding how even the laptop works, let alone online. And I got the feeling that my environment, my circle of friends, everyone was on social media. They were doing something with it. They were making money. And I was like, okay, enough feeling intimidated and having imposter syndrome, which I learned through the program that they also didn't know. And if they did, they didn't just not try.
Yeah.
And so before joining the program, those were my struggles. Seeing my outer circle, be in trend and with everything that's happening. And I'm literally on the outside looking in and I'm like, what do I do? So when I saw this and I saw the opportunity and I saw the promise with it, understanding that it comes with a lot of hard work and being consistent, I was like, it's a no-brainer. Yes, it's a huge investment, but like I said, with hard work and consistency, you can put that investment back within yourself because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing when you join, when you when you invest in something for yourself. It's a no-brainer. You're doing it for yourself and you're doing it for those you love and those you care about, and you're making those that love and care about you proud.
Yeah. Yeah, I really love that you really um yeah, got into some things that I was gonna get into closer to the end, but that's great advice for anyone that is definitely gonna be watching this call because like Catherine said, it is an investment into yourself and it's not like you're gonna lose anything,
Absolutely.
right? It's worth the try.
No, not
You're
for
always
sure.
gonna have this value. Yeah. Nice. But
Exactly.
yes, speaking of value, I want to know, since joining the program and being a part of it, what would you say is the most valuable part of the program to you?
You know, as of today, it actually reminded me because I was on Discord just a few minutes ago, and it reminded me, for me, the biggest is the community. The community,
Mhm.
you don't feel alone. You can reach out to people that are in the same boat as you, in the same feeling, and the sense I'm stuck, or I don't know how to concentrate, or I'm finding it hard to find a Google Sheets. You can just, it can be such a random silly, and someone else could be thinking the exact same thing. And for me, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for connection. I was looking for community. I was looking for go-to people, and yeah, you have your family, you have your friends, but when they're too emotionally involved, it complicates things. It clouds a lot of your judgment and becomes personal. Whereas when you have a community that's got a business mindset, that's got a mindset of success, and it's one thing that Jade says in the program, when you surround yourself with successful people and good quality people as well, you're going to feed off that.
Yeah.
And you know what you give and what you make of yourself, it does eventually come back to you. And that's where LLMP really helped me to just not always be in my own little bubble. Like there's your own bubble, but allow the success, allow the positiveness of, talking to strangers because that's what it is,
Yeah.
you're making friends with people on the other side of the world and there's a connection already there. And for me, that was my biggest. And the promise that I got through LMNP was they will always be there for me. Like no matter how long one takes, no matter how one rises and falls, they always there, and yeah, maybe they only answer a couple of hours later. We are in different parts of the world. We do need our sleep, but
Yeah.
they do get back to you. And also it's patience and consistency and determination. And if you've got that, then no one's stopping you. Only yourself. It's only at the end of the day, like
Yeah.
a lot of people say, you are stopping yourself, you know?
Mm. Yeah. Thank you again, Catherine, for sharing that. And I love that you touched on the fact that our community is so diverse. We have persons from
Yes,
literally all
yes.
over the world in the program. So it's not like it's just a concentration of persons on the western side or the eastern side. You're gonna have that community from
Exactly.
persons who are from all walks of life and
From
that
all over
that
the
will be
world.
able to answer any questions that you may seem to have. Yeah.
Exactly. And another thing is that LMP welcomes everyone. And when I joined LMP, I can tell you now, I had no digital, not sense, that's the wrong word, like more on knowledge. I had no digital knowledge.
Yeah.
Um, and LMP didn't like reject me for that. They welcomed that because I think, whether you have or whether you don't, if you come with an open mindset and you allow yourself to be taught, it's called being teachable. When you allow yourself and when you admit and you say to yourself, you know what, I really actually don't know that. You
Mhm.
you open the doors, you open the pathway to be taught and you will eventually find your passion, your niche, what resonates with you. And that way, through that, you can help others.
Yeah.
And LMP has given me a lot, and I'll say again, it's a huge investment, and you've got to be prepared for the hard work. And you're going to have lows, trust me. And it's like Jet said, every month you're going to want to feel like you want to give up. And I've had those. I've had moments where like, what program have I joined? What am I doing? But I've had small reminders all the time through the community, through even looking at logos nowadays. That reminds me of LMP. I didn't know, the works of a logo, but I'm reminded why I did this. And I look at my daughter, and I say to myself, she's my why. I am my why as well. And that is enough. It will keep you going. Just you've got to push through. But it's not easy, but it's possible.
Yes, I love that. And I love that you even took it there because I wanted to ask you, since you have been in the program, what would you say is the biggest thing you have accomplished? Yes.
My biggest one for me is intentionally putting myself out there in such a way that I think everybody, there's a little bit of that shyness inside them that says, oh, no, I don't want to be on camera, or I don't know how to talk to people, or I don't know how to put myself forward. We all get that because remember, it's self-doubt.
Hmm.
But we need to remember that where the person that's got an agency is, she or he was where we are, you know?
Yes, very true.
And for me, like I said, intentionally putting myself out there, applying to jobs and talking to potential clients. And yes, when that client rejects or you don't get a lead, it's gonna feel like, oh well, what was that for? But that should not stop you. And I've had those moments as well. I will admit within the program, I've applied and applied and I've had no answers. And I got down. And then I got reminded, Kate, if you just stop with the first no, you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
And you know what? it doesn't matter how many doors I bang down, or I will keep looking for that key. They say the golden key until I open that door of success. And it's going to be my efforts, it's going to be my results. And I'm going to look back and say to myself, I didn't give up. I did not give up. I hear successful stories, not only through LMP, but I see, and Jet's posted about it as well, in on her social media, that you can start again at 25, at 30, and I'm 25 right now. I've got a long way to go, but I'm glad that I found something like this so soon. A lot of times people feel like, oh, it's too late for me. It's not too late. Um, you can be 70 and start again. It's a matter of knowing that at the end of the day, you found it when you were meant to find it. And I can look back and say, oh, I wish I found LLMP sooner, which we will always say, but we found it when we were meant to and we were ready for it.
Yes, I love that. I really like you sharing that, Catherine, and I think that is some of the best advice you could have given to anyone watching that may have doubts about even making this leap for themselves. Because you can always start over. And if you found this video, it really means that you are looking for that change, or you're considering making that change. And I hope Catherine George have inspired you and allowed you to see that you can definitely make that step to invest in yourself, and it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it.
Absolutely. And I'd like to publicly say to who's ever listening, do it. Just do it. Do it scared. And I've seen that on social media. I've seen it. Do it scared, do it angry, do it sad, do it happy. Just do it and you will be amazed. And yes, you see successful stories of they've done it in a month, they've done it in 2 months, but I've seen countless of the results where they've done it in 5 years. And that's okay. They still did it. They still did it. Doesn't matter if it takes you 2 months, 3 months, 3 days. They're doing it. They're trying. And it's a work in progress. It's an everyday thing. It's not just make 5K and stop. It's like someone said, you've got a goal, you reach that goal, don't stop. Do another goal. That's what keeps you going. It's about momentum. And I encourage you to do it. Just you will thank everyone in LLMP. And hey, drop me a private message and say thanks. You encouraged me to join the program. Please, I'd love to hear.
Love that. Yeah. So if you want to connect with Catherine in the program, you can definitely do that. So yeah, don't hesitate, hop on a call. And there are lots more persons in the community just like Catherine who are ready and willing to connect with you as well. So yeah. Thank you, Catherine, for joining me today and agreeing to share some of your experience with us. And please do continue to have a good journey throughout or Olympi.
I will. I definitely will. I'm super excited. Thank you so much.
Amazing.